sleep update time. It's actually evening now, and I've just put Cooper down. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice I'm a little bit tired. But that is not because Cooper isn't sleeping, because he is being a little angel. Yay! Now I think we are finally into some sort of routine where he actually wants to go to sleep and stays asleep. So on holiday, which you will have seen in the previous sleep update, he was in a big boy cot, which I think was a huge thing because the cot that we had him in, which was by the side of our bed, is brilliant. It's a lovely little cot, but he was waking himself up by hitting his hands on the side. Also, me and Danny felt like we were waking him up as well. Every time we turned over or like coughed or something, it would wake Cooper up. So we decided when we got back from holiday that we would move him into his own room, which I was quite sad about actually, and quite nervous about. He is now in his own room and it's marvellous. I've got him right next to me here on the baby monitor, so I can see him at all times. I can hear him at all times. And he sleeps so much better. I sleep so much better. And we just seem to have got our little routine together now. So just to update you, he is sleeping. So I put him down at about 8:30, sometimes 9, get him in bed before Love Island comes on, and then he sleeps until about, so he'll sometimes wake up at around 3 and I'll go and put a dummy in and that'll send him back off to sleep, and then he usually wakes up at about 4 or 5 for milk because he's hungry, and then goes back down until about 7 o'clock, sometimes 8. So I think that's pretty good. What I'm hoping is at some point he drops that little wake up at 3 and he just sleeps through till 5. I mean, if he sleeps through till 5, that would be marvellous. That would be absolutely wonderful. So fingers crossed, that is going to be my next sleep update for you, that Cooper is sleeping completely through the night. So, sleep update. Cooper wanted to join me. He said, "Mum, can I be in this one, please?" So, I thought we were doing very, very well. You were sleeping, weren't you? It was all going swimmingly, finally, after 4 months of very, very little sleep. And then the heat wave hit, didn't it, Coops? And I did everything I could to keep Coop's room cool. But flipping heck, it's hard, isn't it? I don't know whether any of you guys had the same thing, like stressing out about how hot the baby's room is. I mean, every time I went in, his little head was so flipping sweaty. But I had a massive fan in there, windows open, which stressed me out because it freaked me out that something could climb into his bedroom. But we've got like shutters on our windows, so they were shut, so nothing could have climbed in, apart from a mouse maybe. Yeah, so anyway, the heat wave came and Coops just didn't sleep, did you? He's too busy watching Jeremy Kyle, that's on mute. I do fear having Jeremy Kyle on whilst he's in the room is going to turn him into some aggressive child. Fingers crossed he doesn't. I mean, he has started hitting, but I think that's him just finding his hands. I'm digressing. Sleep, yeah. So for the last like week and a half, he's just been waking up so much. I actually think he might be thirsty, because at first I was like, no, I will not feed you. You don't need to be fed. And then I was like, oh God, maybe he's just absolutely dying of thirst because he's sweating so much. I started giving him a bit of food during the night, which worried me because I didn't want him to get into that routine again of thinking that every 2 hours was how we should be waking up, when he'd got into a lovely routine of not waking up till, early hours to have his first feed. So yeah, anyway, last night was the first night that it was a bit cooler and he slept through until I think it was 4 o'clock in the morning, which was brilliant. Then he slept till 8. I did keep waking up thinking, God, is he breathing? But yeah, he was absolutely happy as Larry in there. So fingers crossed, now it's not quite as hot outside, he is going to go back to an okay sleeping pattern. I've just looked at myself. Wow, I look knackered. Considering I had a decent amount of sleep last night, I feel like I look knackered in all of these because the majority of them I've filmed after I've just woken up with no makeup on. So apologies, guys, that you've got to look at this face on a Sunday morning. Oh, what? Am I not giving you enough airtime? Clearly not. So that's where we are at. Now, what I did want to say was somebody messaged me on Instagram and said, oh, it's lucky for you that he's sleeping. I had 4 months of hell, if I'm being honest, and every child is different. My sister didn't sleep through until she was 3 years old. My sister's baby didn't sleep unless he was held. Everyone's baby is so different, but I just wanted to share my sleep story with you guys, just so you can just hear what somebody else's baby sleep pattern goes like. I'm sure there's many more out there that are all totally different, but yeah, I just wanted to share mine with you, and you know, if it changes again, I shall be keeping you updated, don't you worry. I'm sure it's going to change once this little man goes on to food. What do you reckon? Not happy, are you? Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I'd love to hear how your little ones have slept. So Coops is 5 months old now, so that's been the 5 months of sleep that I've got. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Thanks so much for watching, Bump. If you want to watch the playlist, then click here, and if you want to watch last week's episode, then click here.